everyone, สวัสดีค่ะ I'm Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share my experience on how I got an A for all the business subjects that I have learned so far in the business communication program. If you are ready, let's go! There are 4 subjects we're going to be talking about today, which includes marketing, accounting, operations management, and human resources management. And when I say that I got an A, I am not bragging. Please understand me. Please don't have any hard feelings. I said I got an A because I want you guys to trust me that I am good enough to give you some tips, because I want to make this video for any people maybe from my program and also other program who wants to improve themselves in the business field. Once again, I'm not an expert. I just want to share my tips on how I got good grades. Let's start with the most challenging business subject, which is accounting. Accounting is not that scary, even though I don't like math, but accounting is a different kind of math. One of the people who said that was my mom, because she used to be the top of the class in her accounting class back in her college. And then she said that accounting is like a more fun type of math. And I was like, how could accounting be fun, right? But you know what? After I finished accounting last semester, I will be another person who's gonna say that accounting is fun. My first tip for accounting students is that set a goal. And the goals can be anything. My goals are to get an A for sure, and also to have more fun in accounting. And another goal that is very interesting is that I want to do accounting fast. That is one of my biggest goals. And what I meant by that is because accounting has many kind of calculations, right? Sometimes you just fill in the tables, fill in the ledgers, or sometimes you need to analyze the financial statements of the real business cases. And I feel like to be able to do that stuff is already challenging. So I was like, why not making it a game that I want to do those steps faster than other people. And my last goal is to be as good as my mother, because my mother, she said that she used to be the top of her class in her accounting major. So I was like, okay, if my mom can do it, then it's in the blood. Then I would be able to do it. The next tip is to practice. So what I meant by practicing for accounting class is not only practicing calculations or any equations as much as possible, but also I need to make sure that I practice before every class. The thing about me is that I get anxious very easily when it comes to accounting, because I feel like if I don't understand one thing in the unit, I would not understand anything. I don't know about the other people, but that's me. So I feel like I don't want to get anxious every class or before every class. That's why I decided to study before. If you're one of the BC students who is gonna learn accounting in some other year, I suggest that you download the studying materials before class, because if you are gonna have the same professors like me, they would be posting before. I think sometimes 1 day or 2 days before, and then you can use those days to practice or look through it first. The second subject is HR, or human resources management. But my course is actually modern management and entrepreneurship, but it's similar, so I'll just say HR in this video, okay? We're on the same page. My first tip for you, if you want to enjoy this subject more and get an A, is to picture yourself as a CEO. I don't know if it's gonna work for everyone, but it worked for me. I feel like if you start picturing yourself as a leader, it doesn't have to be CEO though. You can just picture yourself as any kind of leader in the company, then you would be more inspired to learn more about how to manage people, because you have a purpose, right? And it's also better than the purpose of just getting an A, because then I would just be memorizing those stuff I learned. Another tip for this subject is to use it in real life, whether as a game or actually using it with the people in your life. In our class, thanks to my professor, she also made us a lot of games to use the techniques we learned with our friends. And playing a game is a good thing, okay? Because even though you haven't used it in the real business world, at least you use it with your friends in your class as a game. If you don't want to play as a game, then use it with real people. The easiest way you can start is to use the techniques you learned in this class with the group works. If you really want to make it challenging and really know that Is this HR techniques gonna work? Then use it with the people you have never met. Join clubs, join projects that you have never known those people before. All in all, you got to use those techniques in real life and you learn more about it. Next, this subject is quite popular, right? It's marketing. Marketing is a subject that people like to think it's the easiest among the business field, like when you compare it to accounting or finance, economics. Apparently, marketing is not that easy. My tip for you for this marketing subject is gonna be very fun. I assume that many people like shopping, right? If you don't like it, try to like it. So if you want to get an A on marketing, you need to make sure that marketing is fun, right? So why not put this subject on shopping? Because shopping is fun, marketing is fun, you combine it together, it's super fun. And you're gonna see marketing as something that you don't need to learn, but as something that you can experience instead. I found out that every time I shop around and then go to different stores, whether it's fashion, the clothes, makeup, and all those stuff, I started to wonder, what kind of marketing techniques do they use? Next time you go shopping, ask yourself, what marketing strategy is this store using? And that's the fun part. You're gonna think a lot. This second tip continues from our first tip. So the first tip, after we have successfully put marketing in our daily life, which means shopping, for example, then the next step is to understand more from business cases. Let's say I love cosmetics, right? And then I'm interested in this one lipstick brand. So if I use the first tip, every time I go shopping for this lipstick, I would notice the pattern on how they set their price or on how they promote their campaigns. It's not enough. It's not in details. If I want to go in details, I need to go into that brand's website and see the results of them using the marketing strategies. The thing is, if you only know about their marketing strategies, it's not enough. You also need to know about the results from using that strategies. Then you will finally know whether that marketing strategies that you learned and know, is it actually working for this brand or not? There are also other business cases that you can look into. If you have heard about some brands that they didn't have much sales, they don't have any profits, you can also learn about their mistakes. There are so many reasons that a brand or a company can fail by using the wrong marketing strategies. Last but not least, we have operations management. Operations management is a challenging subject for me. At first, I thought it's gonna be quite okay, like not that hard. But apparently, my midterm scores doesn't agree. Personally, I think my bad midterm scores is actually what motivated me to become a lot better and finally got an A. One of the best tips I use for this subject is to read a lot. The nature of this subject is hard. So if you don't understand the theories much enough, then you're not gonna survive. I only read the theories in this subject in English because I learned it in English. But then after I realized that my midterm scores is not okay, so I decided to read in Thai. And this is the tips I got from one of my professors. She said that if you think that sometimes English is too difficult for you, then switch to Thai. Why not try to make your life easier by reading in Thai? No matter how much you think that you're good at English and you'll be able to understand everything the book says, for this subject, read in Thai. It's gonna help. Or any business subject that you think it's hard, try switching in Thai first and then read both. It's gonna help a lot. I think I was very lucky because my operations management professor, he also wrote the Thai version of the English textbook we learned. I also faced a problem with finding the Thai book because even though I know which books he wrote it, but he also said that he wrote it like more than 10 years ago, so there wouldn't be any. But of course, we have the Thรรมศาสตร library and that saved my life. Any books will help, trust me. At least you read. Okay, at least you read more than other people, and that's gonna help. Another tip is also to practice. I guarantee you it worked if you actually practice the calculations, because I remember my midterm, I didn't practice that much. But then in finals, I practiced every day. The same questions every day. The same exercises that has like nearly 30 of them, I practice all of them every day. The last tip, once again, I'm not sure that this is going to apply to all faculties, but in business communication, we will always have field trips from this subject to go see the real factory. I don't know if they're gonna change the company, but for me, we went to Ichitan company and it was so fun. And remind yourself why you're going in this field trip in the first place. Because I feel like if I don't remind myself that I came to this field trip to learn more about their operation management in real life, then I won't get anything at all. Because I feel like if we don't have a purpose in going there, why would we be going there? It's just for fun, right? But then we wouldn't get anything. For example, if you don't focus on this subject at all and you see a big factory, you're just gonna see a big factory. Okay, that's it. You're like, oh, it's huge. But if you actually remind yourself that I came here to learn more about the operations management subject in this field trip, you're gonna see so much more than a factory. You're gonna notice more about how they design their products or services. You're gonna notice the layout of their factory. Why would they design their factory line like that? Why didn't they put this station next to this one instead? Why? You know, there's a lot of why. Figure out how this factory aligns with the OM decisions or other strategies. Whatever place the professors is gonna take you, that company is gonna be successful and they have a reason for them to be successful. It's your job to figure out what is that reason. It's your job to figure out what OM decision makes that company or factory successful. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye!